Hey guys, Pat here. I got a comment today on one of my videos, and I'll read it for you guys here in a minute. But it made me think about a lot of things. Now, I'm not making the video about this comment just because it was like me and this guy argued for a little bit, but it just made me think about a broader issue, and kind of like what's going on with the media right now with PewDiePie, and it's really funny because this comment in a lot of ways reflects the mindset of a lot of the mainstream media right now, and especially the leftist media that is definitely losing followers when it comes to YouTube, the mainstream media. I mean, CNN doesn't even compete with Fox News anymore. And I'm not saying watch one or the other, but you can't deny that there is a decline in the popularity with leftist media. Okay, so this guy came in and left a comment today on my South Park video. I talked about Trey and Matt were going to back off Trump. And in that video, I said that I think Trey and Matt should move on from South Park because they're wasting their talent. I think that they've moved on and done better things. I think Book of Mormon was better, and I haven't liked the recent seasons of South Park. I also say in the video that is my opinion, and you were open to a different opinion. This guy comes in with this retarded logic. You think they're wasting their talents. Keep your opinions to yourself. They hold zero substance. So I say back to the guy, I will give my opinion all I want. You silly child. Your comment holds zero substance. Please delete it now and keep it to yourself. See how dumb that sounds? Because it does. He says, you literally have no proof in what you said. And oh man, you really told me off making waves with your sub 5,000 YouTube subscribers, because I guess he thinks I have double the YouTube subscribers that I do. You really hold a lot of weight, seeming as you're clearly not an expert or hold any type of following. You have as many followers as a good-looking woman on Twitter. You're not established enough to use your opinion as persuasion. Stick to the facts, guy. So I say back to the guy, you need proof to have an opinion on quality in art? That is news to me. I don't like South Park as much as I used to. If you do, then that is fine, and you're welcome to feel that way. Everything you are saying is childish. Stop embarrassing yourself. Then to his other point, I said, I have to be established to have an opinion on art? That is illogical. You not agreeing with my feelings on South Park's quality is not a fact-based argument. This shouldn't need to be explained to you. I have zero influence on people. My subscribers can think for themselves and often disagree with me, and I have no issues with that. Watch someone else. Your obsession with my subs and opinion is your problem and yours alone. Now, what he was doing here was an argument from authority, which we all know is a really crappy argument technique. It's when you say that somebody is not qualified enough to have this opinion. They do this all the time. They try it with Ben Shapiro. They go, well, you don't have a degree in sociology, so you can't possibly talk about these statistics you look at and come to an opinion. They think that for some reason, if you're not a, I guess, filmmaker, if I don't have a million subscribers and I'm not a filmmaker, I can't have an opinion on the quality of South Park, because I have to provide facts to have an opinion. Now, here's the parallel between that and the media and the PewDiePie thing. The mainstream media's idea now is that the news, the counter media, the new media that's YouTube and online and all these people like us that are independent journalists that didn't spend 50 grand on a journalist degree that go on here and we get bigger followings than a lot of these guys. They get so pissed. They're so jealous because they don't understand the new media. They don't understand the platforms. They don't understand Twitter. They don't understand Facebook. They especially don't understand YouTube. So what the problem is this is an attack on new media versus old media. It's old media trying to attack new media because PewDiePie has 53 million subscribers. They're scared of him because he's so fucking popular and has more influence than they ever could. But they'll say, oh, well, he's not a journalist. Oh, he's not this. So he can't possibly have an opinion on anything. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to discredit everyone like this guy did with his stupid argument. They're trying to discredit everyone that is not in the leftist Kool-Aid think tank. If you don't watch CNN, if you don't watch MSNBC, if you don't read the New York Times, if you think some of that stuff's bullshit, then you're part of the fake alternative media, alternative facts. They try to lump us all in together. They started the fake news narrative. Then once Donald Trump took it over and used it against them, then they got all mad about it. Like, oh no, now you're calling us fake news because we do fake shit all the time. I mean, and here's the proof. Here's the fucking proof with Washington Journal. You know, the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal is proof of this because they clearly had a bias. They wrote a hit piece on PewDiePie. They didn't look at any of his videos. They cherry-picked it to try and make this bullshit argument that got him in trouble. That was bad journalism. It was dirty, shitty journalism. And that is so much journalism because they think they have the authority as journalists to be the moral right, that their opinion is the only one that should matter, and other people should be censored or not have influence because they don't have an experienced, qualified opinion. A lot of these things you don't need. What the fuck do you need a journalism degree to look at something to find out if it's true or not? We can look at the facts. Why do you have to have a degree or have a million subscribers to have an opinion on movies? And I get this all the time. There was a video I made a while back on aliens where I said I like James Cameron more than Ridley Scott. I got more negative comments on that video than I've gotten on any SJW video I made because people were so pissed that I didn't fucking worship Ridley Scott. It just blew their goddamn minds. I mean, they were pissed about, which, I'm cool. If you love Ridley Scott, that's cool, but they were so mad. And it's because it's the authority thing. In their head, it's like, well, Ridley Scott's a genius. Nobody could dislike Ridley Scott. He made Alien and Blade Runner. I'm like, yeah, and he made a bunch of shitty movies, too. I've seen 1492. I've seen Robin Hood. Okay, I've seen A Good Year. I've seen all those terrible Ridley Scott movies that are awful. Okay, I was just saying the guy makes a lot of bad movies. He's made more bad movies than good, by far, for me. But that's beyond the point. The thing is that there's a mindset out there with people that don't have their own opinions well formed because they don't know how to do it individually. They don't have that academic mindset where they can think for themselves critically. They need other people to think for them to confirm their bias. And then if somebody disagrees with them, the argument is, well, you're not qualified to talk about this. Jordan Peterson's not intelligent enough to talk about trans issues. Sam Harris doesn't know anything about Islam, but Ben Affleck does. Ben Affleck's a fucking expert on it, not a scholared neuroscientist like Sam Harris. He wouldn't know anything about this. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say I don't speak for you guys. The thing about YouTube is you're my subscribers. I don't speak for you guys. If you guys don't agree with me in my videos, you let me know, and you do, and I reply to you guys, and we don't fight about it. I only respond negatively if you come on being an asshole. That is something you gotta notice on all my comment sections. If you come in being an asshole, I will bring it right back to you. If you come in and leave an opinion and it disagrees with mine, I'll just talk to you. But it's when you try to attack me and tell me I don't have a right to say what I want to say, or that my opinion isn't as good as someone else's opinion because I don't have a bunch of followers, or because my Twitter's like, I have like followers, like if I was a hot girl on Twitter. Well, that's a pretty big compliment because I'm not a hot girl on Twitter, so I must be doing pretty damn well. A lot of this is jealousy. It's clearly people that are jealous when you have a few thousand subs on YouTube and they get mad. Then they come on, they're like, oh, you only have like 3,000 subs. Fuck you. Who do you think you are? It's like, yeah, and I did that in less than 6 months. Kiss my ass. I didn't do that over a course of years. Literally, that sub count all just happened starting back late last year. I just started doing the patriarchy. I've been doing the patriarchy for a long time. This is new. So what the also, I've made money off it. I've actually made quite a bit of money off this. Thank you. You guys watching these videos has actually made me some extra cash to help pay the bills, and I appreciate it. That is amazing. I love you guys for doing that for me, and you guys are great. Thing I love about you guys and my subscribers is that everyone who subbed to me for the most part has their own opinion. It doesn't come to me just to hear what the fuck they want to hear. They like what I have to say, but they don't agree with everything, and I don't expect you to. Because a lot of it is an opinion, and I have a right to an opinion. I shouldn't have to explain everything's an opinion. This is that Christopher Hitchens thing years ago where he's like, well, yeah, it's a fucking opinion, you idiot. Of course it is. I'm saying it. So if I'm saying it, yes, it's an opinion. If you disagree with it, give me your argument. My argument is an argument. That's all that has to you can base it off of. You can't look at my qualifications to look at my argument. Just look at the words I say. And the thing is, this is what the media is. They are jealous of PewDiePie because he is richer and more successful and more popular and influential than they will ever be, so they're fucking pissed. TJ brought this up in his video, The Amazing Atheist, that he was jealous of PewDiePie, and he'll admit it, and it's true. We're all jealous of the bigger YouTube. You don't think I'm jealous of Bearing and Tilde? You don't think I want 200? But I don't deserve their subscribers. They worked for it. They deserve what they get. PewDiePie deserves what they get. I'm not jealous in the sense that I'm bitter. I'm jealous in like, yeah, I wish I had that kind of money. Fuck yeah. But I love what I have. And there's people that look at my sub count and wish they had what I had. Because you know how hard it is to get people to sub to you on YouTube? It's a pain in the ass. People think it's so easy to get like 1 million subscribers on YouTube or something. They think it's like nothing. It's like, no, dude. If it was that easy, everyone would do it. That's a reason why H3H3 is so popular. There's a reason iDubbbz is so popular. Even Keemstar. The guy has a business model that fucking works. I mean, god damn it. You know, PewDiePie is a good businessman. He deserves all the money he makes because he knew how to make it. And the broader thing is they want to do this because the idea is that we have to go back to the mainstream media and go to them for truth, the real journalists, because it's been taken over by this alternative journalism that's just spreading news. And it's all because they want to do this Donald Trump alt-right bullshit. They want to act like everyone in this group is stereotype because they want to dehumanize you to separate us. Because then if they dehumanize you and put you in little groups like the Soviet Union, then all of a sudden we have fucking communism and nobody gets to say what they want to say. They filter everything. They filter free speech. They filter free ideas, thoughts, all that stuff. That's the goal. This isn't a conspiracy. This is what the media wants. They don't want differing opinions like this jackass. It's the same thing. He's a reflection of the media right now, or the news, or anyone like that. They don't want people, they don't want Trump to be on Twitter because when he's on Twitter, he can't talk directly through them. He can talk to people directly on his goddamn Twitter. We get on YouTube and we can look at the fucking information and come to our own opinions. We can look at it now. You know, because they're going to give us a biased report on something. That's what they're going to do. Journalists are going to report something in a biased way. Like almost 90% of the time, they're going to write about it with a bias. And I don't think a lot of people on YouTube have a bias as bad as that. I think a lot of them are, you know, they were liberals who became more conservative because they got sick of what happened to the classic liberal. It happened with so many people on YouTube that we've seen. So I'm sick of they're acting like that these young people, that these young this basically the new media. I mean, the world's changing. I don't. They're not ready for it. They weren't ready for how fast the tech boom took over, how quick people took over, how quick the language changed and everything. I mean, they don't even understand memes. J.K. Rowling's tweeting about PewDiePie, and it's clear she has no idea who the fuck he is. But she's an old lady who doesn't know anything about YouTube, and it's obvious and laughable. This is how it is. These people just don't get it. They're so out of touch with what's going on. YouTube is You know who's popular on YouTube? Bearing, Sargon. It's not fucking Lacey Green. They don't get those kind of hits. They have more subscribers. They don't get the hits. So don't give me that shit. People like to be entertained and people like to laugh and have a fun time, and part of that is having opinions and saying controversial things and saying it no matter what. Who gives a fuck? If I had never done that, I would have never got the subscribers I have now, and I'd never have videos that have like 100,000 hits. And it didn't matter if I was qualified or not. I was just pissed off about all the stuff that was going on, and I wanted to talk about it, and it turns out people wanted to hear what I had to say. And that's all it really matters. So don't get pissed that some people care what I have to say or what PewDiePie has to say, and you don't have as much influence. Get over yourself. The world's not about you. Live your own life. Be happy. Do your own thing. Seriously. It's embarrassing when you argue from authority, because the whole concept with that is that this person who's an authoritarian, you know, it's an authoritarian idea. This person who has the authority, is qualified, is only allowed to speak on these issues, and nobody else is allowed to talk, and they get to decide the rules. Well, that's not how it works. You don't get to decide the rules of what we get to say and what kind of content we get to produce, and they don't get to tell PewDiePie what he gets to do. And this is really what bothered me all day. I thought about this all day, that the media is just trying to stop the change, and they can't accept that it's over. The war is lost. You guys already lost it. In 10 years, you're not going to exist. So move the fuck on. Move on. Quit trying to spread hate with PewDiePie, because you're just trying to kill the beast, and you're just going to make him more popular. You poked a guy with 53 million subscribers. You are idiotic. You don't have near that much of a reader base that PewDiePie does as a subscriber count. It's so silly, trying to stay relevant in an ever-changing world, but everyone's stuck in these old ideas because they don't like that we live in a world where you can't stay in a little safe space, and people can say things that make you uncomfortable. I'm glad you're uncomfortable. Fuck your comfort. Fuck you feeling good. Fuck you being happy all the time. Fuck you. I don't feel that way, and I don't think you should either. You don't like my shit? Don't watch it. You don't like the new media? Don't listen to it. You want to go to CNN, you want to go to your same newspapers, you want to read Washington Post and read their bullshit, that's fine with me, go ahead. But don't tell me I can't criticize it. And don't tell me that I have to use facts. Like, what the fuck is a fact when you're talking about what you feel about something when you're discussing it? You don't need facts. Okay? You only talk about facts if something is needed as a fact to make a better argument. That's all it is. Think about this shit. But it's funny. But I love you guys. And I want you to know that I don't speak for you, and I never will, and I'll never tell you what the fuck to say in the comment section. And I want you to know I'm never going to be that way, because I don't like when people tell people what to say, ever. That's my number one thing, ever since I was a little fucking kid. So, don't worry. That ain't ever changing. So this is Pat. Sorry I didn't make a bigger video today. I just thought I'd give some quick thoughts about this bullshit, and it's been kind of bothering me thinking about, especially all the hit pieces. The J.K. Rowling tweet just rubbed my nuts the wrong way. Really annoying. It's like, really? And then she told Pierce Morgan to go read her goddamn book so he could understand Trump and politics. It's like, you are a moron, lady. You have to go read a child's book at a 5th grade reading level to understand the complexities of politics. Jesus Christ. Alright, like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, go fuck yourselves.